I love the season of Epiphany when we're about illuminating Christ's light, and the collect today captures it. Grant that your people, illuminated by your word and sacraments, may shine with the radiance of Christ's glory, that he is made known, worshipped, and obeyed to the ends of the earth. So how do we do this? How do we shine? How do we let God's glory radiate around the world? So imagine this. What would you wear to a really important final stage 3-day selection interview stroke conference? For the job that you kind of know deep in the heart that you want, but your brain is going no way. Do you think you go the smart shoes that have been freshly polished, with a suit and a nice shirt that has been pressed? Or do you go with, I'm going to not listen to anybody, I'm just going to be myself and go with my sparkly blue Doc Martens, my stripy purple tights, the little denim skirt, and the t-shirt that has Little Miss Naughty on? Would you hire a person like that? Would you hire a person who, at the standard tests of the said 3-day interview, scores the lowest that anybody has done on the reading comprehension, but exceedingly well on the rose window patterns in the maths? And would you really employ somebody who kind of says, what kind of conference is this? You only have Coca-Cola and lemonade, and you call that a bar? Well, I guess they did choose me. And I tried my best to not get ordained. I even thought swooping down the stairs going, here are my wafers, I don't want yours. Kind of would really do it, but apparently they liked that I was authentic and wasn't trying to be somebody I'm not. And it's true, about the 10 times I've worn a suit, I kind of fidget a little. I mean, I know I can rock a suit. I know if I really have to, I will do it. But unless somebody's really died, and you're the president, I'm not going to wear a suit. Even when I went for afternoon tea with Princess Margaret, it was either suit and a hat or your uniform. And as a 17-year-old, I was like, I'm not wearing a suit and I'm not wearing a hat, so I guess I'll wear my Girl Scout uniform. Like, you just have to be yourself. So what does it really mean to be a Christian? And you can just be yourself externally. Surely it must mean that you need to know the stuff. And I was really pleased this week when I listened to the podcast Easter People. And Easter People is a podcast by 4 people that work for the church, but not of the church. They are 2 professors and 2 diocesan employees. One is the young adult missioner for the Diocese of Washington. One of them is the youth minister for the Diocese of Arkansas. And the other 2 work for Virginia Seminary, who turned out good priests like Peter. So how well do you think they did at a Bible quiz? What road did Paul have his conversion? Did Timothy get wine, water, or milk when he was feeling sick? I did get that one right. But the honest answer was really refreshing. I did as well as these seminary professors and these diocesan employees, which was pretty appalling. So know the Bible inside out and quoting? Well, Randall, who set the test or found the test, says he comes from the South, and as a middle schooler who would go to Bible quizzes and state meetup with Bible, being a smart boy who knows the Bible verses is a real babe magnet. But that kind of doesn't work for me now. So why should we know the Bible inside out and be able to quote it? And so he said, well, recently there's been some good Jeopardy questions that Bible knowledge is doing. But none of these were really convincing because they said it. Name something and I'll instantly go to my phone and look it up. Because as the millennial, I know where I can get the answers for. And I know where my Bibles are on my shelf. So why do I need to know chapter and verse? So if you don't need to be kind of smartly dressed, and you don't need to know the Bible inside out, well, what do you need to be a Christian? What does it mean to be here? Dressed differently. Jesus said, just come and see. Come and see who we are, what we do. One of the interesting stories that I did learn on the selection conference was we were posed this question. You were standing at the bus stop, and the person next to you says, which bus are you getting? And you realize you're taking different buses, and your bus is due in a minute, and theirs is due in 3. And they ask you this: explain the Trinity. What do you do? Do you kind of say, well, it's one God, 3 persons, end of story? Oh, my bus is here, let's go. Do you say, well, there's kind of one God, 3 types of things that could be called Father, Creator, Son. Oh, it's 3 minutes, your bus. Or do you kind of say, I'll get on your bus and let's go on a journey and see what the Trinity means for you? So, what does being a Christian mean? And how do we allow God's light to shine in the world? It is being yourself and acknowledging the gifts you have. Some of us will ace Bible quizzes. Some of us are amazing cooks that can help make the feast when we're all gathered. Some of us will be able to make the environment gorgeous. Some of us will be able to give somebody a hug when they're desperately in need of care. Some of us are able to just sit and listen. But the important thing is unless you're truly yourself, however that is for you this day, that is what will help God's light shine. So can you celebrate who you are? And can you be illuminated by the word and the sacrament? And may shine with the radiance of Christ's glory, so that he may be known and worshipped around the world. Amen.